Welcome to Rebel Economics, where today we will talk about Doritos' most notorious product failures, the causes of which range from a hyper-competitive market to disappointing flavors to cheesy fingers that were just way too intense. Ready? Then let's check out the first of Doritos' colossal failures, the Doritos 3D. Doritos 3D was a snack product that was launched by Frito-Lay, a subsidiary of PepsiCo in the late 1990s. The product was marketed as a three-dimensional version of the classic Dorito chips and was initially well reviewed by customers. However, despite its initial success, the product faced a number of challenges that ultimately led to its discontinuation. One of the main reasons that the Doritos 3D product was discontinued was due to the concerns over its health impact. Yeah, no surprise there. At the time, there were growing concerns over the high levels of fat, salt, and calories in snack foods, and Doritos 3D was no exception. The product was also criticized for its use of artificial ingredients and preservatives, which many consumers found unappealing. These factors contributed to a decline in sales as more and more customers became concerned about the health implications of consuming such products. In addition to concerns over health, the product also faced challenges related to its manufacturing and production process. The three-dimensional shape of the Doritos 3D chips was achieved through the use of a specialized cooking process that was both time-consuming and expensive. This added to the cost of the product, making it less competitive in the market, and also made it difficult for Frito-Lay to scale up production to meet demand. Despite these challenges, Frito-Lay initially attempted to revive the product by reformulating it to address the health and production concerns. However, these efforts were ultimately unsuccessful, and the product was discontinued due to its poor sales and performance. According to some reports, sales of Doritos 3D reached a peak in the late 1990s but declined steadily over the following years, leading to its eventual discontinuation. Basically, the discontinuation of the Doritos 3D product was the result of a number of factors, including concerns over its health impact, as we mentioned before, and its production process. But what ultimately killed it was its poor sales performance. Despite the initial attempts to revive the product, it ultimately proved to be a failure, and Frito-Lay made the decision to discontinue it in order to focus on other, hopefully more successful products. But the next one in our list is not one of them. Next we have the Doritos Rollitos. Doritos Rollitos was a type of tortilla chips that were rolled and filled with various dips, such as nacho cheese or salsa. Despite the initial excitement around the product, Rollitos ultimately failed due to several reasons. The first one of those was that the product was just so messy to eat. The filling inside the rolled tortilla chips made them difficult to eat and caused the chips to break apart really easily. This created a really messy and unsatisfying eating experience, which turned out to be a major turnoff for consumers. Second, the taste of the product was really inconsistent. Different batches of Rollitos turned out having very different levels of filling, which resulted in some batches being overpowering and others being lackluster, which didn't taste like anything, to be honest. This lack of consistency in the product's taste was another major reason for its eventual failure. But finally, probably the most important one was that the product was expensive compared to other snack options. With the added cost of the filling, Rollitos was priced higher than other similar snack products, making them less attractive to price-sensitive consumers, which compose most of the snack market. And finally, we have the Doritos Jacked as our final example of products that ended up failing. Doritos Jacked is a line of flavored tortilla chips that was launched by Frito-Lay in 2011. The chips were marketed as a bold and intense snacking experience, and a comparatively larger and thicker shape compared to the traditional Dorito chips. Despite the marketing push behind them though, the Doritos Jacked failed to catch on with consumers, leading to its eventual discontinuation. There are several reasons as to why Doritos Jacked failed. One major factor was the product's flavor profile. Despite being marketed as bold and intense, many consumers found the flavors to be overpowering and artificial. This led to a general lack of excitement and interest in the product, which resulted in poor sales. We can see that this is a problem that keeps occurring. Every time that Doritos tries to make a new flavor, it turns out being overpowering to consumers. In the case of the Dorito Jacked, This led to a general lack of excitement and interest in the product, which eventually resulted in poor sales. Another reason for the failure of Doritos Jacked was what was supposed to be its main appeal. The new larger shape was supposed to appeal to consumers that were looking for a more substantial snacking experience, but it also made the chips more difficult to eat and more prone to breaking in the bag. This led to the inevitable dissatisfaction amongst consumers who found it difficult to enjoy the product as intended when they opened the bag and what they found was just a dust of Dorito flavored chips. In addition, the overall snack food market was becoming increasingly competitive at the time of the launch of the Doritos Jacked, with many new products and flavor profiles entering the market. This made it difficult for the new product to stand out and gain traction, especially given its lackluster flavor profile and unusual shape. Despite these factors, Doritos Jacked was still a significant investment for Frito-Lay, and its failure was a disappointment for the company. However, Doritos continued to innovate and bring new products to the market, and today the brand remains one of the most successful snack food brands in the world. So, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this new format. If you did, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to Rebel Economics. We will make more of these videos on failed products. So, for more cool content on economics and business, you can check out some videos on your screen right now. Thank you so much, and we will see you in the next video.